Alright, video number 3. So, this is SMFG, and today we're going to play Grixis Food. I don't think this is the exact copy that keeps tilting my mono black Ugin, but it seems like every time I come across something like this with mono black Ugin, it definitely gets the better of that deck, and that's the only thing other than rogues, which it's about 50-50 with that I'm ever even really afraid with that deck. And since we've seen a couple versions of something kind of like this going up against some of our other decks, I decided to throw it together. So this is just my version. I'm sure it's not the exact version that we've seen, that we've gone up against. But this is what I've done. So a couple Foulmire Knights just for some, card draw. Sure, it cost us a life, but that's okay. A little 1/1 blocker, but it's got Death Touch, and it's only a 1 mana cost. I kind of split those across green and black. I could have done like 4 of these, but I'll talk about why I didn't in a minute. And then we got our Gilded Gooses and our Tajaru. Just another cheap. You got a lot of options here. If all you got's the snake, use the snake. You know what I mean? But either way, it's just to have a Death Touch, cheap, 1/1 creature that we can use to pump Wildborn Preserver. So, every time a non-human creature hits that board, right, if Wild Preserver's on the board, I can pay X mana, put X +1/+1 counters on here. Feed the Swarm, you've seen this in my Ugin, my mono black Ugin, right? This just gives me the option to destroy a creature or an enchantment, and I like that. But of course it will cost me a little bit of life if I do it. Trail of Crumbs, we've seen this a million times, right? You can't have a food deck without Trail of Crumbs and Gilded Goose, in my opinion, right? So, this is just about making that food for free when it comes out, and then every time you sacrifice a food, you pay 1 mana, and hey, you get to draw a card, right? Card advantage. You'll learn it. I love it. Murderous Rider, this kind of just goes along with Feed the Swarm in the sense that it can remove creatures. It can also remove planeswalkers. I love it because it's instant speed removal on either one, but it can't target enchantments, so that's why we need some Feed the Swarm. And then the other idea being, we can get a body on board and gain some of the life that maybe we lost through Feed the Swarm or Foulmire Knight. Garruk's Uprising. Because I have so many creatures that can come out onto the board at 4/4 in the form of Yorvo, Questing Beast, Gemraiser, Feasting Troll King, Pelukrinos. Boom! That's enough to need that Garruk's Uprising, because when a creature with power 4 or greater hits the board, I draw a card. Plus, I like knowing that now my Wildborn Preserver, if I pumped it up, if my Yorvo, if it's been pumped up right, now it's got that trample ability so it can get through, get that damage done. Gemraiser is a way to remove enchantments or artifacts, right? So I really like that. I can slap that on one of my 1/1s if I need to get some damage at turn 3, right? Because it does have reach, it does have trample, it can prevent some of the flyers that might come across and try to go over the top of all my other creatures, fly over their heads and do some damage, right? This will put a stop to that. I only have one. It's because of the mana cost, to mutate. If I have this in hand, I don't need that, right? To take care of that non-body threat, that enchantment threat. I like this because it has a diversity of destroying artifacts too, as opposed to just enchantments. So, if you want to figure out a way of squeezing some more in there, I could definitely see a reason to justify it, right? Questing Beast, we all know the name of that game. Wicked Wolf. I always forget the name of this guy. I always call it the wolf that comes in and kills things and I can feed it food so it doesn't die. Pelukrinos, if you're not familiar with this one, you should be. It comes in as a 6/6 the first time it comes in, right? And it's a way of getting around all this poison touch, death touch. If I'm going to put it down, I should have a way of getting around it, right? So this is just a way of getting around that. It's also a way of removing threats from the board because I can make it fight things, right? And then my graveyard's maybe filled up a little bit. I get my Plukernos back out now, and it's coming out with some massive counters on it now, like 12, right? So yeah, Plukernos. If I had more of them, I'd probably have more of them in here. But I don't. This is, I only own 2 copies of it. Feasting Troll King, you can't have a food deck, once again, in my opinion, without Feasting Troll King. Garruk, just to get some bodies on board, once again, get some more trample, get some more counters, a little bit of removal if I want to use his -3, and once again, I would have more Garruks in here, I think. I'd probably be cutting some things to make room for Garruk if I had more of them, but I only own 2 copies, so there you go. I own all of the great henges I could ever want, but the thing is I think this deck really only needs 1. And I actually just played a game, where the second the great henge hit the board, boom, they quit. They gave up. They knew there was no more fighting. And it was a deck with a lot of removal and a Luris, right? So enchantment-based removal, Luris. I've got one like that. Maybe I'll show that to you guys sometime soon here, since we're discussing it. But I think that's enough of a discussion. We're just a bit past that 5-minute mark. I did manage to squeeze, Crawling Barrens into there. Everything else as far as the mana base, look, guys, I didn't have any black-green pathways. I don't even know if they exist. So I threw in some Maladies for the Scry, and I threw in a couple, some Triomes for the Scry, right? And just to have those colors. I did a few Fabled Passages. I didn't want to do 4 because I don't want to get them too often in that early hand to where they're really not helping me as much as they're hurting me. So yeah, let's do it to it. Let's go play some Magic. And I'll be honest with you right up front, right? Like, continuous record, it is what it is. We'll get what we get. I've played this deck now, I built it today just to kind of play around with, like, what is this thing that's been messing with my Ugin, right? But I'll say, is it the mono black Ugin? In my opinion, no. It's not quite the performer that the mono black Ugin is. I don't think, in my opinion. It's not that guaranteed high 60s to low 70s, sometimes as high as 80% win rate. It's at, once again, non-ranked best of 1. But it's definitely a 50% or better deck. When all you're doing, like me, is just climb it as fast as you can to platinum, 50% or better is going to be a deck that's going to get you there quickly, as long as you got the time to just, play the games. But when the new season starts, I'll definitely be using that mono black Ugin build, probably. That, or maybe, I haven't shown you guys any of my Dance of the Mance builds. I actually did a funny kind of Doom dance, just a crazy mix. It's got like 4 colors: red, black, blue, white, sweeper, spot removal. It's just got a lot of things going on with it. Who knows, maybe that's something I would like to show you guys. I also, just to kind of see, how it stacked up against other dance decks. I looked at some other dance decks that were out there. I think I looked at CGB's dance deck, and then, so I was playing around. I got, like, maybe 3 different versions of dance decks. I think 2 of my own, some from some other people. Do I tilt them right here, or do I just wait and pump it with the Foulmire? They want me to get rid of that Archfiend Vessel is what they want. Let's just do it. I mean, I'm not too worried about that decision for the trade. I do have a Murderous Rider and a Fabled Passage to bring, to get that other black mana, which I don't even really need anymore. I can just do the Nth. Am I worried about instant speed removal? No, because they haven't brought the Luris back into their hand. This is like the 3rd or 4th time I've come across this. I really like this enchantment. When I rebuild my Life Sack Repeat Luris build, I'm definitely going to work some of that in there. For sure. Oh, what do we do? Oh yeah, this. And then we say go, yeah? Yep. I think that's what we do. Do we do Trail Crumbs? Yeah, let's do Trail Crumbs. There's nothing I'm going to be removing at instant speed anyways. So why not? Why not? I'm not super excited about this matchup. Not, like, thrilled about it at all. So they're going to be looking to bring in their Luris next turn, it seems like to me. Gotta get the Fabled Passage. Oh, no, I don't have to get the Fabled Passage out right now because I do have that other black source, right? So we'll get the Crawling Barrens out. I can afford to spend one more mana. One more mana. I guess put this body out and maybe threaten to block, but we both know I'm not going to block Archfiend until I get Luris out of there. There's lots of other ways of bringing Archfiend back, so I got no just cause to do it. Let's just say go. Go, opponent. I don't usually play this slow, folks. I just, you know, I'm trying my best not to misplay. I'm trying my best to explain my reasonings behind what I'm doing. So, I promise, typically when I'm just playing, you know, I don't typically play this slow. Ooh, why would you put that on me, though? Is this odd or what? Okay. Oh, what? Oh, because it minuses, so it killed me, and then they get the Hateful Eidolon. Okay. I guess I wasn't looking at that close enough. It's +2, -1, so you have to put it on something that has... So you can use it as removal or. Removal or, right? So this is where we do this. Now, I think this is where we start trying to get some cards into our hand. But I also want to maybe threaten with getting some life in the tank. So let's get the body on the board. And since this is an enchantment, I'm so sick of it. Let's Fabled Passage, let's feed the Swarm, let's get rid of Hateful Eidolon, because it's only going to cost us 1 life. But I understand that is their, you know, that's their card advantage engine, right? Hateful Eidolon, and then killing me with permanent enchantment. So let's feed that to the Swarm. And now we can continue to let Archfiend hit us, and then we'll pull 2 life back every time we hit their face, if they can't get, you know, a blocker on board to deal with Murderous Rider. And then all we can do is start to try to, you know, trade life for cards in our hand and hope we can start to develop this hand a little bit better. I'm not a fan of this matchup at all. And that's pretty much, I mean, ouch. Is that game? You know, is that game? I don't have any sweepers here. And at this point, you know, I can't really swing in with Murderous Rider for any life gain. Why didn't they attack with the Archfiend's Vessel? Am I missing something there? Man, I feel so tilted. I don't know if you can hear it in my voice or not, but I just feel like I got nothing going on right now. I feel outclassed and outgunned, and it kind of sucks because it's with a build that's very similar to something I already have in the mix going on, you know? So it's almost like sitting there and getting beat with your own deck, you know what I mean? It just does not feel good. I mean, I can almost make an excuse for why I just want to quit here and move on. You know what I mean? We're already 14 minutes in to this video. Ugh. They want to trick me into trading for I kind of have to. I mean, it's not a trick. I kind of have to trade. They're going to get the card advantage. They're going to bring the Eidolon back in. I mean, this sucks. This really just hurts. I feel like I'm just, like, walking through the paces to my eventual demise. And there's nothing really going on in my hand that's gonna, or in my deck that's really gonna prevent this. Not much that I can think of. Shh, Maggie, you ruined my second video. Don't ruin my third. So, what do we do here? Do we cycle it away? Let's get something in our hand. At this point, I'd rather not have the life. Just kill me already, opponent. If I could figure out a way of generating more food, I could sack the food, get some life. Let's do that. Let's sack the food, get some life, and get a card. I hate it when you get grumpy, Maggie. Does that change things? Because then we could fight the Lurrus, get the Lurrus off the board, and then slowly whittle him down. Do we have time? Wow, this is one of those times when maybe I want some life. But we could do that. I mean, we could use the giant opportunity to create some food, to create a little bit of just hanging on for the life, right? Lurrus Death Touch isn't going to affect Plukranos. I don't care about that. It doesn't affect Plukranos. Foulmire Knight down. Garruk's Uprising will give... So what do we do next? That's the question, right? Do we do Garruk's Uprising and then Plaruk? Oh, well, it really depends on how much life they have me left here with. Okay, so let's just do some quick maths. Ugh, if they have a gray man in this deck, we're just done. I never put a gray man in this build. I never had the Aphima Cacophonies either. I have to say, opponent, I really like what you got going on. Am I dead if I don't do Giant Opportunity and sack the foods? Even if I do, if I don't have a body on board, I'm dead. I'm dead, folks. Let's just send the love and tell them good game. There's no point in going through the torture anymore. Grab a leg. I feel like I just got done grabbing a leg. Good game, guy. I'm not going to stick around for it. Had that game gone any longer, I would have felt kind of obligated to stick around and let them finish me off. Just for all the work they put into it. Man, I've talked about that life sack repeat Lurrus build so many times now. I almost feel like I'm obligated to do a video of that. But we've also talked about the Manses a lot, the Dance of the Mance decks a lot, so I almost feel obligated to do that. I mean, is this one of those days where, as a new content creator, I just throw like 3 new videos out in one day, or what? I mean, or is that the kind of thing that you hold back? I tell you what, though, I mean, I have no shortage of things that maybe people haven't seen. A lot of, you know, because maybe you're one of those people who is doing the ranked grind, and you get a lot of these builds you don't see. Maybe that Lurrus life sack build you've never seen, and I've seen multiple copies of it, because we're playing in a different kind of format, in a different, you know, meta, right? Different things are popping off here. A lot more different variety of things are popping off here than definitely on the, you know, the Mythic leaderboard or something, you know. Even, well, even when I see playing ranked and just the normal grind up to platinum, you know, you don't see a lot of those Lurrus life sack kind of repeat decks. There's lots of ways to do it. My way I did it was, you know, the mono black. There's also, you know, there's reasons to do like the black white build of that too. I think when I first built it a couple seasons ago, I did try a black-white version of that, but I ended up liking the mono-black better. But that was before they had some of the awesome clerics that they came out with in this last set. for white, which are pretty sick. Throwing counters down and such. Sure, why not? Never got to do the Gilded Goose pump. And that's probably because they knew that's what I was going to try. I mean, Wildborn Preserver, that's not a new shenanigan, right? That is old school shenanigans. I think we kind of Plukranos next if they leave this Gilded Goose alive, right? Ugh, what kind of build is this? I mean, this could be a black-white. Blurus in hand kind of build. It could be a enchantment deck for sure. I mean, this guy's great if you want to bounce things, right? So what kind of things could he be looking to bounce? When you do the bounce on that Archfiend, is it going to come back as a 5/5? I think so, right? So that's cool. I never thought about using that dynamic with an Archfiend before. That's pretty awesome. Man, there's no shortage of little ideas, little gimme dats that you come across. Like, this is the only way I get ideas, is just playing. That, and I do watch some other content creators, you know what I mean? I got my favorites. Yeah. You're gonna exile Plukranos? That's one way to taking care of Plukranos, right? Is to exile it. Too bad they don't have any instant speed exile shenanigans they could use. Yeah, I think we just Questing Beast and swing into the face. Maybe they're holding back a sweeper, but that's cool. Load up my graveyard. Fine, I'll bring Plukranos back, you know, as a 12. Heartless Act. Yeah, that sucks. Yeah, that sucks. But, ouch, that's life. That is life. Gotta love that black spot removal. Especially at instant speed. So you want my... What? Okay. That makes sense. Totally makes sense. I'm not hating on you, homie. So let's do this. Let's kill that. It's going to cost us 2 life, but at this point I don't care. Plukranos will go into the graveyard. Cool, I like that. I have a 4/4 body for doing something. Who knows? Let's just say next. If I could get a mana, you know, I could get the Great Henjo down. The Great Henjo. Alright? Oh, gosh. I swear, guys, this is all one record. I'm not doing, like, audio later. I swear. What do we do? Do we do the henge? We do, yeah. I mean, that's a no-brainer. Do we do the henge? Yeah, you do the freaking henge. If you've got a chance to do the henge, do the freaking henge. Shouldn't have to think about that kind of stuff. Once again, problems of being a content creator. What would probably be a 10-minute game probably takes me an extra 5 minutes. Do I even need this Gilded Goose anymore? Question is, with this Great Henge, do I care about 3 life anymore? No, I don't. I don't care about 3 life anymore. They're gonna sweep. I think they're gonna sweep. I think if I had a Shatter the Sky in hand, I would totally chuck it right there. Oops, dude, nope, you missed it. Sorry. Sorry, Charlie, you missed it that time. But if you got some other way to get me to kick something out, you're gonna love what you see kicked. Sacrifice a creature or a planeswalker. Isn't it supposed to be the highest mana cost? No, I guess it's that. I'm thinking of a different card then, I guess, yeah? Cool, let's get rid of the Gilded Goose here. I feel comfortable getting rid of the Gilded Goose. I've got like 4 of them, you know? Wait, what just happened here? I sacrificed because of this. Why did it trigger twice? Oh, because they sacrificed it somehow. How did they sacrifice it? What? I'm going to have to read that card better. Obviously. I don't... Oh, and now they get my Garuk. Yeah, that really sucks. We're definitely cycling that, right? Wow, I'm trying not to feel tilted. And I probably just did even a misplay, too. Because I could have held that back until the next turn, I guess. I'm just feeling so tilted right now. It's hard not to misplay. Everything was going good, and then it was just like... I don't know, did I have a way of getting that Mothra out of there that I didn't take advantage of? I can't remember now. I'm so tilted I can't even remember the last thing I did. Oh. Lordy. You know, this isn't game over, man. I'm not in any sort of game over, man type situation. I feel an Embercleave's coming on here. I kind of feel like an Embercleave is in the mix here. Do I block? No. And that might be because I'm feeling so tilted, but no block. And they didn't have the Embercleave? Oh, I was scared of nothing. I totally could have blocked. So why would they have been willing to get rid of their Mothra? That's what I guess I'm missing. What do we do? Fabled Passage first? I got plenty of black mana. I don't need it anymore. And then Giant Opportunity. And I guess we're just sacking food on their turn. I think it's... Yeah, okay. Yeah. Do we attack? Do we swing in? No, we don't. Guys. Oh. Wow. This is a really crazy build this opponent has. Definitely not something I've ever seen before. I've never seen this build before. I could say maybe I've seen something like it, but not really. Honestly, no, not really. Okay. If we lose it here, we lose it here. I mean, I don't know what else to say about that. Gain 6, lose 6, right? I mean... Oh, so that's what they've been trying to bait me into doing. Okay, yeah, I'm pretty sure that's game then. Pretty sure that's game then. Yeah. I mean, we'll see what we draw. Wow, that was pretty cool. But nothing to do with those flying threats. But we'll just keep seeing what we draw. I mean, I guess if I have to... if I have to attack with the Murderous Rider just to buy me another turn of life, all I'm doing is turning that Solemn Simulacrum into a flyer that I can't do anything about. Am I stupid if I don't do it? I don't know. You be the judge. Could be I'm so tilted I can't think clear. I don't know. Yeah, well, I would do that too. I completely understand your thinking on that. I do not blame you. Do we take action here? Are we really going to block any bodies and just... Yeah, I mean, we don't... It's not going to make a difference, I don't think. I think they have enough damage. I mean, I'm not the kind of guy who's going to sit here and count every last freaking thing, so... That's it. Didn't really even have to do the Crawling Barrens. Wow, I still have life? They only have one blocker? Oh, goodbye. We just have some interesting opportunities now, don't we? Even though they just got that out of the tank. We really have some interesting things going on here, I feel. Okay. Yeah, we're definitely gonna swing into face here. We kind of have to. We're obligated to. But let's get this. Yeah, right? I mean, why would I not do that? And then what's the next biggest thing flying up in the air there? Cool. Yeah. Well, that changes the whole dynamics of this game now, doesn't it? And I went from feeling so tilted and just feeling like, man, I didn't get to show the best of this deck. I didn't really... Wow! That's magic for you. That is magic for you. And I mean, I'm going to bring that Pelucranos back out next turn. As long as I got enough ish in the graveyard, which I definitely do. My thinking now is, how come they're not so tilted they just are auto-quitting here? How are you not auto-quitting right here, opponent? Do it. Do it. Four life to me now is nothing, right? Bring the Pelucranos back out. That's step one. Don't care what I'm getting rid of, because I have no way of bringing things back into my hand from the graveyard. So I don't care. And it's actually going to have 13 counters on it, because it gets the +1 from, yep, from the Greato Henjo. Do we, is this, no, is this, no. What do we do? Okay, so, first things first, feed the Swarm on the Charming Prince, right? Then Pelucranos fights these punks. Why wouldn't he? Swing into face. Yes! This, did I miss an opportunity? No, because Crawling Barrens isn't that, whoa, ouch. Ouch, but no, I have my Crawling Barrens, and I can bring Pelucranos back. Yeah, guy, you didn't do anything. That's game? Is that game? Let's do Pelucranos first. Wow. Okay. And then Questing Beast. I could have fought their flyer, but I have no reason to at this point, because I can fight it and then swing in on the next turn. Gyruda? Oh! Am I worried about Gyruda? That's the other question. Because she's feeding my graveyard, pulling things out of my graveyard. If she can't get a Pelucranos into my graveyard, then I just kill it next turn, right? There it is! Okay, so we're 50-50. We only got to play 2 games. It's already a 35-minute video. But like I said, I mean, this is a 50-50 or better deck. In my opinion, I played enough games for sure to know that. So, and this is a deck that was totally put in, I mean, like I said, with that mono black Ugin, everything other than rogues, I was pretty confident with. I mean, and even rogues, I'm about 50-50 on rogues. It comes, you know, if I can get that early card advantage going, dumping cards out of their hands and getting that ability to exile things out of my graveyard, right? Early on. But that, you know, this deck, this Grixis kind of foodish, kind of, I don't even know what I would call it, would just always, I've seen it a couple times, it just always put that Ugin on tilt. So I figured I'd give you guys a good video of it once I knew it was a 50-50 or better deck, and I'm thinking I'm not going to get a good video for you guys, and then, wow, that last match. So, is there anything I could say and wrap up? Because, I mean, we are at the 36-minute mark, right? Is there anything I would change here from this build? Maybe, right? If I had more Pelucranoses, if I had more Garuks, would I find ways to get them in there? Probably. What would I cut if I was to do that? Well, I would probably cut, I hate to say it, but I would probably cut that 1 copy of Gem Razor. I would probably cut 1 of the Wildborn Preservers, and maybe go down to 1 copy of Garruk's Uprising. You know, maybe. Other than that, there's not a whole lot here that I would change. And I definitely, you know, I know for a fact this isn't the exact build that puts my mono black Ugin on tilt so badly, but it's close enough that I think it would do the job. So this is video 1 for today, and I think I'm going to put 2 more out there. So let me just get this thing into the can and uploaded and out there to the world, and I think I'm just going to start rocking and rolling. I think I'm going to do that Luris Life Sack repeat, at least the build I have now, and then maybe we could discuss some things that I would do maybe to change it. And then I think we'll pick one of my dance builds. We won't do CGBs. We'll do one of my custom ones, and because I mean, if you want to see CGBs, go watch his channel. He's cool. I love the guy. So yeah, thank you. This is video 3. I'm really loving the content creation. I hope you guys someday enjoy it as much as I like putting it out there. This is actually really fun stuff. If you do enjoy it, like, subscribe, click the bell. Sometime after midnight tonight, I'm sure I'll be there on Twitch. That's midnight Mountain Standard. So yeah, you know, sometime after midnight tonight, I'm sure I'll be on Twitch. Don't know what I'll be playing around with, but I'll be on there playing. So thanks so much for watching this video, and I hope to see you in the next one.